Shalom, friends of Lights Magazine. How are you? I'm Elsa Carrillo, and today I'm with Sivan Katz, who is a diplomat representing the foreign affairs of Israel in Mexico. Hello, how are you? Shalom, I should say.
Hello, yes, shalom, Elsa. It's very nice to be here. I'm very happy to be with you here on this great platform. As you said, I'm the economic attaché of Israel in Mexico. So I'm in charge of the bilateral trade between the countries. Me and my team, we help foster the trade and the economic relations between Mexico and Israel. And it's a great pleasure to be here.
Yes, and as before I was telling you here in the north, especially in Nuevo Laredo, in my city, it is called the door of the international commerce trading, and some people may not know how is it the relation in commerce between Israel and Mexico. How does it work, and what are the most important things we're trading, import and export?
Yes. So for Israel, Mexico is a very, very important trade partner. It's the second largest trade partner in Latin America after Brazil.
Okay.
In 2022, we reached the peak of $1 billion US in the bilateral trade. So it's a great achievement. And I think that also for Mexico, Israel is a great trade partner because we have a lot of technology, cutting edge, most advanced companies. And also for Mexico, it's great to diversify the trade, whether if it's import, export, and to have more, relations with other countries. Of course, you have the advantage of being very close to the US, but it's always good to find more partners. And I think that Israel is a great partner. Already now we have a lot of trade, a lot of mutual activities and collaboration, but I think that we need to put an aim to increase it even further.
And for example, which is the principal material or products that Mexico is exporting to Israel?
So Mexico mainly exports to Israel automotive parts, components, electronics, agriculture products. It can be also fruits and vegetables like avocado and berries, and raw materials. That's in general. And Israel is exporting to Mexico mainly technologies. It could be medical devices, in the water sector, irrigation systems, cybersecurity solutions, and chemicals, industrial equipment. And with the years, at least the export of Israel to the world, including Mexico, is becoming more and more services. The tendency is that about 50% of the export of Israel is services. So you do not need to ship it, and you do not have, because Israel and Mexico are quite far away. So, if you buy a software, you just upload it and that's it. If you buy cybersecurity services, if you buy other things like HLS, face detection, and you don't have, all the cost of the shipment. Still, we do have a lot of trade that is going through the sea or air, but it's becoming more and more technology with the years.
And about the technology and cyber technology, Israel is supporting the government in some in the material of cybersecurity, or is more about particulars given the service.
So yes, as you mentioned, there is government support, and that's one of the reasons that made Israel such innovative. And the government supports in new startups, in incubators, and then the founders take less risks in order to, try their new idea or product. And it's a lot of that, but also it's something about the culture. It's the culture of innovation. Kids are encouraged to try, to think about new ideas. And also, it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to fall, but then you're more resilient and you can try again. So I think it's also part of that. It's the government support, it's the culture, it's the army service, and it makes people more resilient, but also there is a lot of huge usage of technology in the army. And so many things together made Israel very advanced in technology. And maybe just the last thing is that we had, and maybe still had, like many new ideas came from lack of water, lack of security. So because we had many problems that we had to deal with, that was like one of the reasons that made all the ideas, all the innovation.
It is kind of not so difficult, because if you compare all the army and the intelligence about, I don't know if I can say it, of the security, the Mossad. So all these big intelligence, and comparing to Mexico, something is missing. Maybe Mexico isn't accepting all the help, or it is some regulation about Israel just to share some things, because we know of all the things inevitable here we have in Mexico with violence.
Yes, I mean, each country has its own problems. And I think that Mexico is also progressing all the time. And because I work not with like, not with the army things, more with the private
Yeah.
companies, but there is a lot of cyber, there are drones in order to protect the residents of different cities. And so there's a lot of technology made by Israel that also used here in Mexico. So mainly in the HLS. And maybe it's a good platform to say that soon we have Expo Seguridad. It's here in Mexico City. It's a great, a very big exposition in HLS, Homeland Security. And over there, we will have the Israeli pavilion with 10 Israeli companies that each one of them has different technology. It can be face recognition, it can be drones and other technologies that are very advanced. So of course, we also invite you and all our Mexican partners to come and to visit the pavilion. So yes, I think that, well, Israel is very advanced, but I think that also Mexico is starting to get more technologies and take the security situation into account and to try to improve it.
So the next focus of continue with this trading will be in technology. Is in the next 5 years will be more from that, or more for agriculture, or what is the vision that
Yes.
you like in the next 5 years that we have to have more in this trading? So because we, as we were saying, not only keep looking in Mexico, in our neighbor of the north, and then still depending 90% of the commerce. So
yes,
all the others enterprises can see further and see in Israel, because I was also talking with about well from the people from the embassy that
Yes,
you are about 9.5 million people.
yes, that's true. It's a
And
very
how,
small country.
yes,
Yes,
and that also how in the technology, how you're making water in the desert. It is something from technology, and some people more in a Bible club in the more from the Bible says that no, it is a miracle from God. But some people say no, 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 it's only technology. You as a diplomat and as I assume Jewish.
yes,
So
I
you
am.
Jewish or you? I mean,
Yeah, yeah, same.
it's okay. How do you assume all these things are happening in Israel
Yes.
or in the
So,
desert?
I mean, of course, there are different approaches, and religious people, whether if they're Jewish or Christian, Catholic, or any, different community will say that God was involved, yes, in all innovation or giving the people the maybe the power to try or something like that. But I think it's both if you believe or not. Anyways, it's a lot of innovation and it's the culture. It's the culture of trying, thinking about new ideas, and eventually some of them will be, the next unicorns. And by the way, if I mentioned unicorns, so we do have about 50 unicorns in Israel. And again, it's a very small country, less than 10 million people. But if you divide the size of Mexico by 95, then you receive the little Israel. And I think that currently in Mexico there are 8 or 9 unicorns, which is also a great advancement. But I think that it's just one data that shows the trust of the world in the Israeli economy, in the Israeli tech, because eventually, if you need a company that worth will be more than $1 billion, you need people to believe and to invest in this company, in this technology. And so I think there are many reasons.
Many,
Yes.
many reasons. And for example, to many of the investors, Mexican investors that also has offices in the United States, do you will tell them about how to invest in Israel? What you're needing? We were talking about the cybersecurity, the agriculture, but what is something that is in the top of the list that you're
Yes.
looking?
There are really many, many, many companies super advanced that are looking for investments in Israel. It can be in cybersecurity, it can be in telecom, water, agriculture, food tech. We really have the entire ecosystem for all the sectors, and even water and agriculture, it's all about technology over there. So there is now AI in the technology of water. It's everything is super advanced. And so I would say to potential investors that I invite them to check and to investigate the Israeli market and to see where they want to invest. Also, this is something that we can help them with. So we would be happy, me and my team, to connect between potential Mexican investors to Israeli companies. That's in the case that they want to invest in a specific company, but they can also invest in a VC. So in a venture capital, some of them are dedicated to deep tech. Others are dedicated to cyber or to security. So we can really help the Mexican investor to find like a tailor-made solution for him or for her to invest in a specific sector that they're interested in.
And how they can approach to you or to the embassy? They make an email, make a call, or how will be the approachment?
Yes, they can. I can share with you the email, my email, and the team. Also, we have LinkedIn, which is Israel Economic Office in Mexico.
Okay.
So I'm also inviting you to follow us, and you can also write us over there. So there are many options to contact us, and I will share it with you when we finish.
You have told me a lot of information, and I want to have a soon other conversation with you, uh, Sivan, because it is so interesting. And not only, well, of course, I stand with Israel. It's something that I want to say. I haven't gone yet, but hopefully next year.
Yes.
And I'm saying this because I'm really surprised about all the people of Israel, the Jews. I have met some Jews here in Texas, and how they support each other. And something that I would like to say is that even when there's a recession, an economic something, and I'm not going to be religious, not that way, but the Jews prosper. Are the locals, are the stores that are given uh, that has their employees that are keep supplying, that doesn't tell to the people, no, here's no word, so goodbye. And it's something that is so interesting, because I think there's in Leviticus, maybe I'm not sure anyways, but says that when you help your brother, you are helping the community, something more or less, more something like that.
Yes, it's true.
And that's why it's so amazing how you are prospering, and also with this trading. And as you know, what happened in that 2 years ago, that terrible event that has really no name, how they are still supporting each other. And American youth and Mexican youth are still sending money, and to keep working so the state don't go down. I mean,
yes. Yes, I think that first the youth is like giving a lot of power and like resilient to the community. And also, as you said, there is something about the Israeli community, the Jewish community, about taking care of each other. In the very like ultra-Orthodox community, there is something that is called Gmach, and over there people can donate their furnitures, their clothes, everything, and people that don't have a lot of money can just go there and pick up whatever they want. It's about donation to the society. Also in more like secular communities, people care of each other and take care of each other. So if your friend needs help, and even if you don't need him, like you feel the connection, you want to help. And so yes, I agree. There is something like that in the like
in the air, in the
feelings,
community,
in the air. Exactly.
Yes, and that's why I was telling you, I have met some youth, and they were telling me, no, I'm like 10 years ago, we're sending money to Israel so they can continue the state growing, because we want to go back to our land. And maybe this isn't about trade right now, the conversation.
No,
but it is something
it's maybe about the connection that you have.
something
Because
so strong.
eventually the Israeli economy is strong, and the export is growing, the innovation is growing, the R&D is growing. So, I mean, always it helps if people donate or sending money to Israel, but I think that's like the little help. It's mainly something organic in Israel.
Yes. It's so interesting about talking with you because we're not only talking about trade, but it's something that is more deep. So people can also understand that if they make a trade or something with the Israeli people, they will be they will have a great agreement, if it is the correct word.
Yes.
That you're serious people and from 100,000 of years. It's something I
Yeah.
know. I don't know. Maybe I'm feeling like so particular, and I shouldn't feel so.
No, it's really great, and I agree, and I think that also my job here as the diplomat, as the commercial attaché, is to help connect between the two countries, the two cultures, because we are there are a lot of similarity, right? Mexicans and Israel are very warm and open. But still, because there are some differences, it's really good to be the bridge to, for instance, to tell the Israelis that they want more the results like now. They are more, they don't have, you know, we are used to do everything fast. So tell them sometimes, listen, in Mexico, some things takes a bit longer. So please be patient. And to say the Mexicans that if sometimes Israelis are a bit pushy or a bit like very direct, so they don't mean anything rude or bad. It's just like part of the open culture to ask you questions, you know. And so I mean, I think that's part of the job, and also it's like when we help open doors, both for Israeli companies, both for the Mexican companies, if they are looking for a specific like solution in Israel, we also, I think, we help the people trust each other, rely on each other, because sometimes people in Israel, they're not aware even of the biggest companies here in Mexico. Sometimes they heard the name, but sometimes they didn't. Same for Mexicans in Israel. So I think that when the embassy is involved, when the commercial office is involved, we first we will introduce only companies that we trust and we know that they are reliable, but also it gives like more certainty in the environment of business. So I really, again, invite you to contact with me, with us, with my team. I will share all the details. And also to say that we are government, we have no interest to promote one company over the other. We really just want to increase, in general, the economic relations between the countries.
And just one last question: which is the Mexican company, or which one are the ones that are that has more investment in Israel, that have offices?
So as far as I know, Bimbo has
Bimbo, right?
offices
Yeah.
in Israel, and the Mexican company purchased Netafim, which is one of the biggest, used to be
Okay.
the biggest Israeli company in the water sector. And there are investments of VCs, Mexican VCs in Israel that invested in many companies, in many also venture capitals in Israel. And the other side, there's a lot of Israeli companies that have presence here in Mexico. I don't know the exact number, but it's for sure much more than 100 Israeli companies. Some of them will have offices like Checkpoint, and we have others in like Allcam, RAD, and more. But some of them will have local representative that is representing the Israeli company. So we are really working in all the sectors. Water and agriculture are the biggest here because there is a lot of need from the Mexican side. But we also have cyber, we also have telecom, we also have health for medical devices and
Medical,
others.
yes.
Yes, even it can be cosmetics. It can be even
Oh,
like education.
it is super.
Really, every sector, everything, every like vertical that you're thinking of, we have activity here. And so it's very interesting. It's great. And I'm looking forward to, work together, increase the bilateral trade, the economic relations between the countries.
Well, Sivan, thank you for this interview. For this, I want to say like a quick chat, but it was it was going to be like more formal. But I am grateful with you because you also answer other questions that isn't just about the trade, but it's also
Yes.
that people can know you and know more about the Israel people, the way they work and the commitment they have with each other and how they will commit with the other investors.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
I
much,
had great
Sivan.
time and I appreciate it. And I'm looking forward for the next time.
Yes, we're gonna plan other ones soon. Thank you, Sivan.
Perfect.
Just to the people to know all your name is Diplomat of Foreign Affairs, right?
No, I'm foreign affairs are we also have here people from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I'm
Okay.
from the Ministry of Economy.
Okay.
So the position will be la agregada comercial de Israel and Mexico. So the economic attaché or the commercial attaché of Israel and Mexico.
Okay.
Yes.
Muy bien. Gracias por la
Sí.
entrevista. Te agradezco también.
Gracias.
Sé que hablas
Hopefully
español.
next time in Spanish.
No,
Sí.
hopefully I can say other words in Hebrew besides shalom, shalom.
It's okay. No worries. I will teach you a few words and I'm progressing with the Spanish, so maybe next time.
Yes. Thank you, Sivan, and hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Thank you, Elsa.
Thank you, friends from Lights Magazine, for listening and watching this interview. If you have any question, please let us know. And well, this is Lights Magazine for our 10th anniversary. Thank you. Thank you, Sivan.
Gracias.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.